Hello guys, welcome to Career Media once again. My name is Gulshan Shah. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about all those students who are expecting their marks in the 2022 exam between 300 to 400. So this is the marks range of 300 to 400 in which we will be exploring the options, that what are the options available in front of them, whether they have any chances of getting government colleges. If they have, then what are the branches they can get. If not in government colleges, then what they have their option with DNB and NB diploma. At the same time, if not DNB or diploma, then in private, what are their options, or in deemed what are their options along with their fee structure, at what fee range they can get their desirable branch. So this is the motto of the video. Before going ahead, I would like to tell you, as we are conducting regularly Zoom meetings where we are discussing with the students who are attending the Zoom meeting. We have discussion with them and trying to make them aware about the process of counseling. Apart from this, all the details we are sharing, like what are the stipend bond conditions in different states, in different colleges, what are the options they have at their marks, what they are expecting. So likewise we are discussing, and what they have, what are the states they should apply if they wanted to take the seat, and what are the states they should keep in their backup options. Likewise we are discussing in Zoom meeting. If you also wanted to have words with us, you wanted to know what are the options available in front of you, you should attend the Zoom meeting. For that you will have to fill up the Zoom meeting form which is given in the description box. At the same time, if you want all these PDFs, updated information, you can join the Telegram group. For that also link has been given in the Telegram group. Let's jump into the video main topic, which is if the students is expecting marks between 300 to 400, then what are the options they have. So this is a range of 100 marks and this range we have divided it into multiple ranges. Like first range is marks obtaining between 300 to 325, then 325 to 350, which is the second range, then 350 to 375, what are the options they have, then 375 to 400. Let's come to the first range, which is 300 to 325 marks. If the students are expecting somewhere between 300 to 325, then their rank range could be somewhere between 76,000 to 87,000 all India rank. And in this case, what are the options you have? First we will see for the government, then we will see for the DNB, and then we go for self-financing colleges, which includes private and deemed universities. So let's come on in government colleges. First, government colleges, there are two ways of getting government college. First one is All India quota and then state quota. So first, All India quota. In All India quota for general, EWS and OBC, if you come under general category or EWS or the OBC and your marks you are expecting somewhere between 300 to 325, then you would be getting non-clinical subject only. Clinical branches you won't be able to get. So what are all the non-clinical branches you can get? You can get in government like anatomy, physiology. These are the branches you can get. Okay. What about SC and ST? SC can get the non-clinical branches except pathology. Except pathology, all the non-clinical options in government colleges are possible for SC category students if they are expecting marks between 300 to 325. What about ST? ST can get lower clinical branches also. Lower clinical means anesthesia, psychiatry, these branches ST can get, right? What about DNB options? If you come to DNB, you will find that again no clinical are possible for in DNB, also for general, EWS and OBC. ST can get lower clinical branches. What about NBE diploma? In NBE diploma, ST only can get the clinical branches, and that too except radiology. Other branches are possible, whereas for general, EWS, OBC and SC, no clinical branches are possible, right? Then come to the private colleges. If you don't want to go for DNB and you are not getting your desirable branch in, obviously in government colleges in MDMS, right? In that case, you will have to go for the private colleges, self-financing colleges, private or deemed. So in the private, For higher clinical, you will be having less chances in higher clinical, but still if you get higher clinical in private colleges, the fees will go very high. In higher fee structure, you can get the higher clinical branches. Higher clinical branches means like radiology, dermatology, medicine, pedia. These are the higher clinical branches. So if you wanted to take these branches, in that case you should apply for Karnataka, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and NRI quota seats, right? So in Karnataka, for others quota seat you can get higher clinical, not for the normal management quota seats. In others quota seat you can get the higher clinical branches. In Rajasthan you can get, in Chhattisgarh you can get, in NRI quota, through NRI quota you can get the higher clinical. For mid clinical means like surgery, opthal, also the fees will be more than approximate. The fees will come for you for the mid clinical will be more than 30 lakhs per annum. So you should be looking after the colleges which having a fee structure of 32 lakhs like that. And what are all the states having such fee structure? Are UP, Haryana, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal. These are the states where you can get mid clinical and with 30 to 32 lakhs, 33 lakhs fee structure, right? What about lower clinical? Lower clinical you will be getting up to 15-16 lakhs per annum fee structure, and those states are UP, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, etc. Now come to the deemed. Now one thing which you need to keep in mind, that private colleges are, deemed colleges are much costlier in terms of fees than private colleges, right? So in deemed colleges, higher clinical, if you wanted to take in deemed colleges, you don't go for UP, Bihar, you are looking for deemed colleges. In that case, higher clinical, you will be having a less chance of higher clinical like radio and derma or medicine. But still, if there are some chance of getting higher clinical, your fees will go so high, it will cross 50 lakhs per annum, right? Similarly, for mid clinical, it will come approximately, in deemed university, it will be above 35 lakh per annum. Mid clinical means surgery and ortho. Okay, so if for those branches you are looking, and that too only in deemed, in that case your fees would come more than 35 lakhs per annum. So you should be looking for those colleges having a fee structure of 35 lakhs or more for yourself, right? Similarly, for lower clinical, the fees would be somewhere approximately 25 lakh or more than that, little more than that, right? So for lower clinical, this was the first range. Now come to the second range, having a rank range of marks range of 325 to 350. Between 325 to 350, we are expecting that rank range would come around 66,000 to 76,000, right? Now what you have your options in government colleges, SC category. If you come under SC category, then non-clinical you will get. For general EWS and OBC, obviously you are not going to get any clinical branches. Obviously you will be getting non-clinical only, and that to lower non-clinical, right? For ST category, higher clinical are not possible, but mid and lower clinical are possible, like surgery, opthal, ENT, anesthesia. These branches are possible for ST category in government colleges. What about DNB? Obviously, general OBC and EWS doesn't have any chance of getting DNB even. So only ST can get, and that too only in lower clinical, right? What about NVE diploma? In NVE diploma also, if you belongs to ST, then all the branches would be available for you except radio. But what about other categories? For other categories, I doubt there is a chance except SC. If you come under SC, then you have a good chances of getting lower clinical, mid clinicals, right? Now if you don't go for the DNB and you are not getting your desirable branch in government MD/MS, then obviously you will have to look forward for private colleges. Private colleges, for higher clinical, high fees will come. For higher clinical means radio, derma, medicine, pedia. For these branches, you have chances of getting these branches, but the fees will be very high. And what are all those states where you can get your desirable branch? That is Karnataka others quota seat, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, MP, NRI quota, right? What about mid clinical? For mid clinical like surgery, ortho, opthal, for these branches your fees would be somewhere above 25 lakhs only. So where you can get these branches like surgery, ortho, opthal, in 25 lakh or 26 lakh like that. So UP, Haryana and Chhattisgarh are the states where you should apply to get these branches. If you are looking for these branches in reasonable fees comparatively, then 25 lakh would be the fees, or 26 lakh, I mean somewhere nearby 25 lakh, but you would be getting these branches. But these states you will have to target. I mean UP, Haryana, Chhattisgarh would be the important state for you to participate in counseling, right? Similarly, for lower clinical, you would be getting for lower clinical up to 15 lakh, 16 lakh like that only. If you are looking for deemed, if you don't want to go UP, Bihar, this is the condition. This is the thing which some of the students like from Maharashtra don't want to go for UP, Bihar, from Telangana, Andhra, from Kerala. If they don't prefer to come to North, or they are not comfortable with UP, Bihar, these places, then if you are looking for deemed, in that case higher clinical fees would, if you wanted to take higher clinical in deemed, then your fees will come more than 50 lakhs per annum, but still there would be little chances only that you would get higher clinical. For middle clinical like surgery, ortho, these branches, at least 35 lakhs per annum in deemed universities your fees will come. So if you wanted to take deemed university, you should be looking for the colleges having a fee structure of 35 lakh and more than that to get a seat in deemed universities. For lower clinical, if you're okay to go with the lower clinical, then your fees would be somewhere starts from 25 lakhs. So you should be looking for the deemed university for lower clinical, whose fees start from 25 lakh or 26 lakh like that. So this is the second range. Now come to the third range, which is students expecting marks between 350 to 375. Now we are expecting that the students with this marks range will fall in 57k all India rank to 66k all India rank. This should be the range of rank, all India rank, if you are falling between 350 to 375 marks. Now what are your options? In government, SC category will get non-clinical, ST category will get middle clinical and lower clinical. In DNB, only ST clinical would able to get mid clinical and lower clinical. In NBE diploma, ST category would not get radio and dermatology. Except radio and dermatology, they will get all the branches. In private, for higher clinical, your fees would come approximately 35 lakhs per annum or more than that. So what are all the states you have to target to get higher clinical? That is Karnataka, others quota, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh. These are the places where you should attend the counseling. Now for mid clinical, your fees will come approximately 23 lakhs per annum. And what are the states for you to target on? Is UP, Haryana, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Pondicherry. These are the states. For lower clinical, your fees would come approximately 15 lakhs per annum, and for that UP, Bihar, West Bengal, Haryana, these are the states you should target, right? If you don't want to go to these places, don't want to go to private colleges, you just want to go for deemed university, in that case, for higher clinical, your fees would come above 45 lakhs per annum. So if you are looking for the higher clinical in deemed colleges, then the deemed colleges having 45 lakh fee structure and more than that, those colleges would be important for you. You cannot skip those colleges while doing the choice filling. Otherwise you won't get non-clinical. Otherwise you won't get higher clinical. For middle clinical, mid clinical, fees would come approximately 30 lakh or more than that. For lower clinical, 20 lakh or more than that, right? So you should be looking for those states, those deemed universities for having a fee structure of 20 lakh or more than that if you wanted to take lower clinical in deemed universities, right? Now come to the the fourth range, which is the marks between 375 to 400. We are expecting the rank range should come somewhere between 47k to 57k. For you guys, in government, if you come under SC category, then lower clinical are possible. If you come under ST category, then except radio and derma, all the other branches are possible. But for general, EWS and OBC, in government, through all India quota or state, no clinical are possible. If in case of DNB, for ST, all the branches are possible, including radio derma. For SC, lower clinical are possible. In case of NBE diploma, for SC category, Except radio and derma, all the branches are possible. For ST, all the branches are possible, but for general, these branches are, the branches are not possible. Clinical branches are not possible, right? Now come to the private. For higher clinical, your fees would start from 30 lakh per annum. If you are targeting, if you are targeting higher clinical, then your budget should be, like 30, 32 lakhs, 33 lakhs, 34 lakhs per annum. Then only you would able to get higher clinical. And what are all those states? Again, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, UP, Pondicherry are the states that you should be looking for. Mid clinical like surgery, ortho, and ENT and all. For these, you should be having be looking for the states having a fee structure of 20 lakhs or above. Again, these same states like UP, Haryana, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal, these are the states where you can get mid clinical. For lower clinical, your fee should come approximately 12 lakh per annum. You should be looking for these states only, like Bihar, UP, these states. Now if you don't want to go for private colleges or these places, then obviously you should be looking for deemed. And in deemed for higher clinical, if you're looking for higher clinical, then your fees would start from 40 lakh per annum at least. So you should be looking for all the colleges having a fee structure of 40 lakh if you are targeting higher clinical, that is radio, derma, medicine, pedia. These are the branches. For mid clinical like surgery and opthal, these branches, you should be looking for the colleges having a fee structure of 30 lakhs and above, right? You cannot just skip all those above 30 lakh colleges, because your fees gonna start from that range, right? So if you skip the colleges above 30 lakh, then obviously there are chances you would not be getting, right? So for lower clinical like anesthesia and all, at least 20 lakhs would be your fees. So you should be looking for such deemed universities. So this is all about marks range between 300 to 400. I hope you guys would have got some ideas that what are your options. If you still have confusion, doubts, you can call us on the number given on the screen. At the same time, you can join the Zoom meeting which we are regularly conducting. You can ask there with us that what are the options you have, how much you are expecting, so that one-to-one, when we'll be having one-to-one session on Zoom meeting, obviously I would able to understand all your requirements, and based on that I would able to come up with your profile planning, with your backup plan. So that's why I'm saying that attending Zoom meeting, which is just for free, right? Attending Zoom meeting will one of the important thing for this NEET PE 2022 counseling. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. One more thing, if you wanted to have all these PDFs and all news updates, you can just join our Telegram group. For that, link has been given in description box only. Thank you so much.